So far, we have been comparing the Kiwi population on the basis of gender, which is not very exciting because everyone knows uh, the female gender, female Kiwis are heavier than the male Kiwis. So it doesn't make interesting comparison. It is so apparent. It is immediately observable. We can just see it in front of us that the box for female kiwis are shifted to the right hugely compared to the male kiwis. So that is the reason it's no point doing a statistical analysis based on that. So I have decided that I'll do the comparison on the basis of species. Uh, uh, for that matter, I have chosen North Island brown kiwi and the southern brown kiwis, uh, Tokoeka. Uh, what specifically interested me is if there is any difference of weight between these two types of kiwi, because one is from North Island, another one is from the South Island. So there could be some difference or may not have any implication of whether it comes from. For any statistical analysis, research is very important. Uh, for level two, pretty straightforward research from Wikipedia is good enough, which is not valid for level three. It should be more comprehensive. Now, if you look at that, the whole uh, stories are written about this very special kind of bird. It is quite important to New Zealand as a symbol. So that is also interesting. The eggs are, uh, well, compared to their proportional size, it's pretty big. So that is a very interesting uh, research you can write down. But the thing is that why did you choose to do this research or investigation? You have to write it down in the final report during the exam. Why do you have to write it down? Because without purpose, what's the point of doing any investigation? So, as I said, it certainly uh, interests me to know whether the kiwis coming from different islands, North and South Islands, their weight, does it really, is it different or is it same? So that's the thing I'm going to do for next couple of minutes. Now all set to go with the population of kiwi, and let's review this menu. The first column is the row. That's we can add or take away some of the columns. This is something to do with the sample, which is quite important for today's work. So we will be using, frequently we will be using that particular menu. Also, please remember reset is a very important thing. Say we have done the sampling, then to get rid of the filtration and getting back to the original data, we got to click on this and that'll take us to the original data. So First thing, we want to sample it, extract the sample from 700 QEs. We go for sample. This time, notice that what I'm going to do, I'll take a bigger sample. I'll explain why I'm going for 85 instead of usually what I said 70 should be sufficient for two groups. Let's do simple random sample. And now check whether you have got 85. Yes, we have 85. And then if we draw the graph very quickly, I'm talking about the dot plot and box and whisker, and then select the weight and then select the species. And one of the interesting thing happened. We have got three subgroups, which is creating a little bit of problem because we need two subgroups for comparison at level 2. So how to get rid of one of these? Well, I'm interested in these two, North Island brown and this South Island QEs. I want to get rid of this one. So what I need to do, I go to sample once again, and this time I click on this simple random sample. I have this pull down menu, and this is the subgroup we are talking about. I do not want any from that category, so put 0. I want 43 out of 43, and I want 25, and that gives me right two groups, subgroups rather. And now we go for summary, high box plot. We have see that quite challenging. There is a huge overlap, and that is going to create all kind of suspense, and it's going to be intriguing and more challenging to compare these two, or maybe we might end up with no answer at all. So see that we can navigate down, and we got to select informal confidence interval. Informal confidence interval we'll discuss further on CI and CI limits. Once I have that, I think more or less we have enough information over there on the graph. One other thing I can do, these graphs are not very prominent, so we can make it prominent by increasing the point size. This looks much better, right? And we got to write down some kind of title is very important. So possibly that will make sense. We are comparing weights in subgroups of species. I have to stop there because the video is getting longer. Thank you for listening and watching video.